I have to use one of these takes. One of these takes has been like 20. I spent 10 minutes on an intro. Let's see. Note to self. Don't wear black on a black background. Today's topic. In a couple of days, I'm going to be turning 20, and I've never been more lost in my life. What's cracking? My name's Morty, and I've always wanted to make a YouTube channel, so here I go. Oh, dude, damn it. Damn it. This is harder than it looks. Okay. What's cracking? My name's Morty, and this is Morty Meets World, a channel where I go over and document all the cool stuff that happens in my life, as well as the not so cool stuff. This is basically me documenting my growth as a person, as a musician, and just as a, I was about to say influencer. What's cracking, everyone? My name's Morty, and this is Morty Meets World, a channel where I document basically anything cool that's happening around my area, or no, it's not. That's not what the channel is about at all. Honestly, I have no idea what the channel is about, and we'll grow together. You, me in the future who's editing this, because honestly, if you were to see the full raw footage without edits, you would never, ever think of coming back to this channel. I promised myself I would only take 5 takes per line because I have this scripted, because I just want to put out quantity over quantity, quantity over quality, just because I want to get better and pump out more videos. Anyway, today's topic, New Year's resolutions and how I'm planning to change as I turn 20. I always wanted to make a YouTube channel, and I actually have made a couple in the past. They were super cringy. I'll put up some footage up here. I used to play Minecraft and record video games. Now you might be thinking, oh, as a kid, that's not that bad. But I was broke as shit and didn't own most of the games I played. When friends would come over, I would have this shaky camera. I didn't have money to buy Minecraft on the PC. I had the phone version, and it wasn't even the full pocket edition, it was the light version, the free version. My cheap ass couldn't pay $10. So it's just me, and I didn't know how to screen record. I started from the bottom, now we're here, right? This is way better than where we started. Over the past 6 months, I've had a complete turnaround, as in, like, the things I've been doing, the things I've been thinking, and just the way my life's been going has been changing so frequently. I really did go into this with the intent of making very serious videos, but the thing is, when I'm planning these out and scripting them, they come out very serious with deep meanings, but I just can't help myself. And it gets boring when you're actually editing, watching the footage, and you just have to add the spice. Weirdly enough, most of the improvements that I've made in my life have usually come because of either heartbreaks or chasing after women. So it's good to see that I'm actually making some progress that has nothing to do with relationships at all. As Cal Newport, an author, puts it, and yes, I do read, you have to make a grand gesture to life to basically say, I'm making a drastic change and I need to make it known to the world. So what's my grand gesture? What I've done, which was actually quite coincidental really, on December 13th, I deleted my Instagram. But those bastards at Instagram know exactly what they're doing, so they gave me 1 month to change my mind. And you can actually not delete it before then. What happened was that on December 13th, my 1 month actually landed on January 13th, which happens to be, you guessed it, this guy's birthday. So the day I'm turning 20 is when I get rid of the Instagram that ironically I actually made just to get women. I never liked Instagram ever in the first place. I tried to keep it off my phone as much as possible, and when it came down to it, I think the only reason I got it was to fit in and to get girls.
You a bitch. You a bitch with McBitcherson. I go to McDonald's and get a McBitch because you a bitch.
I need to go take a shit. This coffee's gonna rip a new asshole for me. I don't even remember where I was at. Okay. By the time this comes out, I probably would have already put out this video. Wait, what? By the time this comes out, I would have already put out this video. I think that's the dumbest sentence I've ever said in my life. Anyway, let's get into the New Year's resolutions. This is hopefully the year. Not hopefully, I believe in it. This one I really actually, Stick around, and let's get into the fundamentals. So most of you by now, even if you're not into the self-help culture, it's basically you know about the Pareto principle and or the 80-20 rule. This basically says that you get 80% of the benefits by doing the first 20% of an activity. In my case, the core 20% actually comes from eating healthy, working out, and sleeping at the right time. To be honest, I've been cooking myself for a little bit, but I've been meal prepping, and honestly, oh my god, it has actually made me eat less and less just because it's the same food over and over again. That partially comes because I'm lazy and I don't know how to cook. Shameless plug time. 1. Subscribe. Beauty. Moving on. Number 1, you have to see your motivation, your motives, and why you are doing things in the first place. Have you noticed that sometimes you just can't bring yourself to do something even though it's the easiest thing in other people's minds? Just pressing the record button on this video, for example, felt like I was trying to cure cancer. And I'm telling you, it's hard. What am I even trying to say? No matter how old you are, you could easily take out a pen and a piece of paper and write down questions. If you can answer those questions that are the most basic and sometimes the most meaningful questions, then you know you're on the right path. Question number 1, why do you want to get better in 2022? Question number 2, why didn't I get better in 2021? Question number 3, how am I going to make the habits that I make in 2022 different than the habits I made in 2021? Now, the thing with these is, these are super simple, but the more you ask why, with every answer that you get, I promise you, you will come to an answer that you go, the eureka moment that you've been looking for. That eureka moment will wipe away all the resistance that you've had before, and I promise you it will make it much, much easier. 90% of the battle happens in the mind anyway, trust me. Find the area in your life that you can give just a little bit more attention to, and get that 20% up so you can get 80% of the benefits. For me, it's been eating well, sleeping well, and working out. If I can get that, everything else builds on top of it like a pyramid. I'm telling you, Maslow's hierarchy puts food, shelter, and good physique at the bottom of the pyramid. But remember, when you're making your goals, you need to be very, very specific. How much are you going to eat? How are you going to measure that? When are you going to sleep? How much hours of sleep do you need? All of that you can answer by writing the same activity questions that I told you before. Step number 3 or 4, honestly, I lost count, I'll put it probably in one of those text things. Meditation, total sobriety, no-fap, and dopamine detox are musts for that second pillar that you need to build a great foundation for a very healthy and fulfilling life. Meditation has helped me immensely in separating what I am and what I am not. Firstly, it determines that I am not my thoughts nor my emotions, and helps me clarify what emotions I allow myself to feel, when, and why. A superpower is when you know you should be feeling an emotion, you feel it, but also you don't take it personally and don't allow it to cloud your judgment. Depending on which practice you do, it even might let you see why you do some of the things you do.
Total sobriety.
Oh no. What a scary thing for some people. Weed and alcohol are two totally different beasts. On one hand, you have alcohol, which is a communal thing where most people drink socially, and the thing is that the more you drink, the more you want to drink. And then there's weed, where it's like if you've had a certain amount, you're good for the day. But you notice that the cravings slowly pop up.
But weed isn't addictive.
It actually is. You could be addicted to anything, really. It doesn't have to be something that is neurochemically addictive. You can get addicted to the habit of brushing your teeth. You're going to tell me that it's addictive to get likes on Instagram, but it's not addictive to literally inhale a substance. Your logic, not mine. Another thing I've noticed that I'm really going to get into is that weed is a complete cheat code. Like, it literally gives you no stress whatsoever, and that's actually kind of bad because for me, at least, I need stress to be able to do something. If I'm not time constrained or constrained by something, A, I'm not creative, and B, I don't even want to get anything done. It's like putting a cheat code on GTA. You no longer want to play the story missions, nor do you want to grind for that money if there's a hacker giving away free cash on the lobby. NoFap is exactly like that too. If your brain thinks that you've been sleeping with 100 women per week, then of course it's not going to want to make you have better social skills, work on some kind of hobby or a business, because at the end of the day, you have everything. Why would your brain want to make you... Brain is always looking for the path of least resistance. Your brain is not going to push you to do things that are unnecessarily energy exertive. Exerts too much energy. Jerking off is one of those things like coffee where every year a new study comes out showing that, oh, it is better for you if you do jerk off, or wait, it's not better. Trust me when I tell you this, Just try NoFap for a couple days and then you'll realize the benefits yourself. You won't need science for everything. The best part about it is that you don't need to believe in it truly for it to work. Try it. If it doesn't work, then go continue whatever you were doing. Dopamine detox takes this to a whole nother level. Basically, anything that gives you short-term instant gratification instead of delayed gratification, cut it out completely. Once you start building habits and start loving discipline, you will see the benefits in your life. Me, for example, it's taken a lot of good habits for me to just sit my butt down and try to get this out. In this ADHD world where everyone wants everything as fast as possible, as pleasurable as possible, it's really good to make yourself stand out and not want to just conform. Just to prove I'm not talking out of my ass here, there is actually a study that I will link below about children receiving 1 marshmallow if they wanted it instantly, for waiting a couple minutes to get 2 marshmallows. Then they measured the success of these children later on in life, and they found that the children with delayed gratification outpaced these children in every other way. Honestly, it's been a while since I've looked at that study, so I'll take a look, and if there's anything that's changed, I don't know why it would, but just in case, just for the sake of consistency and correctness, I'll put it in the description so I don't look like a complete asshat. Another little secret that I'm going to tell you straight from Papa Morty is that self-love is just like a muscle. Think about it this way. If there's a future you, the present you, and the past you, right? If there's instant gratification involved, then you love your present you more than you love your future you, correct? But if you choose to love your future you by ways of delayed gratification, then guess how much love you have for yourself in the present once your future becomes your present. Try to wrap your minds around that and then get back to me. In the past, I've tried each of these individually and weird combinations of both and seen their immense benefits, but I've not had the discipline nor the concentration to be able to incorporate all of them at once, which I think could make me possibly superhuman. I kid you not. The fundamentals bring me from a bag of slime to a functioning human of society, and the necessities take me from a functioning human to a human with control over his environment and his domain. Now, above human might sound pretentious and self-conceited, but there are people who I believe to be slightly more valuable to humankind that blur the lines between myth and reality. I'll give examples in a sec, but before you think that I'm instantly a fanatic for these people, I don't actually look up to anyone, as I don't believe in the people who are to be looked up to, but rather their work. People are dynamic and tend not to be the same as their brand image or the way that people perceive them. Alright, lightning round. Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Elon Musk, Kanye West, Jay-Z, Drake, Socrates, Marcus Aurelius, Little Caesar, the Noid, Kratos, the Chewing Face, Remy from Ratatouille, Swole Rat, also from Ratatouille. 6 of the 7 dwarves, guess which one was not one? Now you might be thinking, what are these secrets that make you superhuman? What makes you above human is finding something that's worth living for. I think I might have a lead on what mine might be, but again, I'm way too young. Again, another video that I personally think was terrible if you were in the room here sitting with me and actually watching me record. This was a very, very cringy, teeth grinding, nail on chalkboard experience for me and this poor camera, but hopefully I could change it in the edit. Peace, homie. Flashbang.